It's January 11th, 2022, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxell. A research outpost in Antarctica is suffering from a mass COVID-19 outbreak. Scientists blame the outbreak on anti-vax penguins. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is shocked, he says, at the behavior of maskless Canadian influencers partying aboard a flight from Montreal to Cancun. Most shocking of all to Trudeau was that this was not a Spirit flight. Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson has told Arkansas business owners not to comply with federal vaccine mandates. The majority of Arkansas business owners oppose the governor's view on this matter, while business owners who support the governor's anti-vax stance are all in the hospital. A New York City man who made several threats to kill former President Donald Trump dating back to July 2020 was finally identified and apprehended last Friday. It was Alec Baldwin. A California appeals court upheld the LAPD's decision to fire 2 officers who ignored a robbery call so they could instead play Pokemon Go. It's nice to know a police agency with a history of condoning lethal violence against unarmed and innocent people is willing to draw the line at a Snorlax. 200 civilians are dead in Nigeria after the opposition party sought revenge after military airstrikes. Nancy Pelosi said, "You call that an insurrection? We had a guy in an opera hat taking selfies near the cold brew." It sounded nothing like Nancy Pelosi. I know that. Don't comment on that. Fast food chain Taco Bell is launching a monthly subscription service called the Taco Lovers Pass. For $10 a month, subscribers receive a taco a day for 30 days, unlimited sauces and napkins, and a brochure with tips on making better life decisions. Hey, speaking of flatulence, an online influencer who once sold her own farts in a jar has turned to the next best thing: NFTs of said fart jars. She decided to jump on the NFT bandwagon because her job of farting into jars eventually sent her to the ER with gastric problems. And your guidance counselor told you a college degree was the key to success. In related throw your money away on sketchy cryptocurrency trends news, thieves stole more than $2 million worth of NFTs from a Manhattan art gallery owner. Sketchworks NewsBrake presents a reenactment of the heist with an actual art thief.
Oh. That was uneventful.
Much like the rest of this show. Real estate mogul turned convicted killer Robert Durst died at a California prison where he was serving a life sentence. He was 78. And not to be confused with Limp Bizkit lead singer Fred Durst, who is still alive. Unless 2022 has anything to say about it. A nurse in the UK was saved from a COVID-19 induced coma after being prescribed Viagra, although the doctors were still called in when her erection lasted longer than 8 hours. Hey, speaking of erections, a homeless man in New York City stabbed another man with a razor and then proceeded to masturbate in front of his wife. But who are we to fetish shame? Anti-vaccine activist Christopher Key is urging his followers to drink their own urine as a way to prevent COVID-19. More research is needed to determine whether you're supposed to drink your own urine before or after you inject yourself with bleach and swallow a horse deworming paste. Researchers at the University of Hungary say there is scientific evidence showing a dog's brain can detect different languages. And yet, dogs can't tell the difference between food and their own shit. SeaWorld workers in San Diego rescued a sea lion that escaped and ended up on a busy highway. because a highway is no place for a sea lion. They belong in small tanks being taunted by fourth graders on a field trip. In other stranded marine mammal news, what? On Thursday, a male manatee was discovered beside a dirt road in Crystal River, Florida. The manatee told police it had left a friend's bachelor party the night before and got lost. An Indiana state senator says he believes teachers should be impartial when teaching their students about things like Nazis and fascists. Scott Baldwin changed his tune when people called him out. He says he meant to say he doesn't think teachers should tell their students what to think about politics or what to think about drinking your own urine as a remedy for COVID-19. Chip and Joanna Gaines have pulled a home renovation show off their new Magnolia network after numerous homeowners complained about shoddy work. But the show was called Shoddy Work, so what are those homeowners complaining about? An Arizona woman blames Delta Airlines' lack of gender options for preventing her non-binary child from booking a flight. A Delta spokesman says the airline plans to have more gender options available this year. Until then, the woman's child can suffer on a Spirit Airlines flight like everyone else. That's 2 Spirit Airlines jokes this week. Will there be a third? Let's find out. Together. A newborn baby was found abandoned in a plane bathroom after an in-flight birth. Authorities are looking for the mother, although they suspect it was the woman who couldn't fit her placenta in the overhead bin. The FAA has released a list of 50 airports which have a 5G buffer zone. More airports hope to offer 5G, as it is really able to handle all the internet usage of the thousands of passengers stranded at airports every day due to flight cancellations. So I guess just pretend we worked Spirit Airlines and a stranded marine mammal into one of those jokes to fulfill the comedy rule of 3. Just pretend. I'm going to change the subject now. Talk about something else. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Ben Affleck said making Joss Whedon's Justice League was the nadir for him. Look at Ben using his big words. Is that what it was, Ben? The nadir? Then what was your zenith? Geely? Paycheck? Ben Affleck, the Ben Affleck of movie stars. In southeastern Ohio, a 225-pound ball of human hair started by a salon broke a Guinness World Record for the fastest way to turn everyone's stomach. My cat Winston left me a 225-pound hairball once. A World War II veteran graduated high school last week at the age of 98. Up next on his bucket list, losing his virginity at prom. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxell. Say hi to your mom for me. We're going to prom together. I'm finally going to lose my virginity. Yes. My cat Winston left me a 225-pound hairball once. A World War II veteran. Winston is just sitting on here and just bouncing the table around. Come on, Winnie, get down.